right, thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Fairfield University and the Barone Campus Center. Outstanding turnout here today. It's so great to see just a phenomenal turnout from not only our Fairfield University community, but as well as members of the athletic teams, basketball teams here as well. And yeah, thanks again for coming. I'm JJ Duke. I am the broadcaster for Fairfield women's basketball, as well as a number of our Fairfield University athletic teams. You can see us a lot on the Stag Sports Network, and as well as everybody watching at home who couldn't join us here on the Stag Sports Network. This morning, we are excited and proud to introduce the brand new head coach of Fairfield women's basketball. That is Carly Thibault-DuDonis, sixth head coach in program history. To begin today's program, however, we're going to welcome the president of Fairfield University at this time. That is Dr. Mark Nemec.
Thank you, everyone. And I want to add to the welcome of Carly Thibault-DuDonis as our sixth women's basketball coach, as the steward of the Fairfield University women's basketball program, carrying on the fine tradition established by coaches like Diane Nolan and most recently, Joe Frager. But I also want to welcome Carly not just as steward, but more importantly for what she represents for us going forward. For Carly, throughout the interview process, was the instantiation of our rise as the 21st century Jesuit Catholic University of national prominence. A university where athletics are central to that rise. Central because they speak to our best as educators, speak to our best as people, and speak to our best as community. For it is excellence in the classroom and achievement on the court that Carly spoke to throughout the process. It is her innate understanding of these animating principles of Fairfield University and our athletic program and her proven track record of success in bringing that forward at institutions she's been with at previously that make me so excited to welcome her to the Fairfield family. Welcome, Carly, and go Stags.
Thank you, Dr. Nemec. Now at this time, we'd like to welcome to the podium the director of Fairfield University Athletics, Paul Schlickman. Paul.
Wow, this is great. Thank you, JJ. Thank you, Dr. Nemec. Good morning and welcome, everyone. You know, as I look out on the group here and up top, and I hear some incredible sounds and see a beautiful site next door as this wonderful construction site continues to evolve. I've had a lot of great days as a Stag, and every day is a great day to be a Stag, but this one just seems to have a little more zip to it. So we're really excited about it, and thank you all for sharing it with us today. Days like today bring extra excitement and have special meaning because they join us together from every corner and every facet of our community to celebrate and welcome the newest members of our Stags family. I've been through it several times now in the past 5 years, and it never gets old. It's this type of passion and affinity for our programs that makes being a Stag unique and a quality upon which I place a very high premium. These are indeed exciting times for our university and for our athletics program, and we are grateful for your enthusiastic presence and support as we celebrate the progression of both here today. And before I introduce our guest of honor formally, I'd like to extend a few important acknowledgments and thank yous. And sitting right here, I can't get past this, Mom. So I gotta acknowledge Mom, who's here today. She told me she was going to be the crier in the group, but we're going to acknowledge the mom right away. We're going to get that over with. But Mom, it's great to have you here today. I know Dad and brother are watching, and we're sorry they couldn't be here today, but thanks for being here today. We appreciate you. Carly's husband, Blake, is with us as well, and happy to have him. And I think RJ might be watching, the dog, so maybe RJ can let out a bark or two while he's watching on the stream. So it's great to have you all here, and we appreciate your presence. But a few thank yous. Katie Young-Stout, our vice president with Turnkey ZRG Sports and Entertainment Group. She was our search consultant on the project. Katie is the best in the business. Katie, I know you're watching, and I want to thank you for your professionalism, your support throughout the process. We appreciate you very much. This was undoubtedly a critical hire at a pivotal moment in our progression, institutionally and athletically, and we are always mindful of both. As such, in speaking to the need to be comprehensive and inclusive in our approach, I'd like to thank those in key leadership positions for their involvement and input. Certainly Dr. Nemec, whose continued guidance and steadfast support has been integral to the continued progression of all our programs. Frank Carroll, our board chair, who had hoped to be here today. I don't think he was able to make it, but I want to thank him for his support and wisdom and guidance along the way. Bill Egan, an alumnus, a trusted advisor, and a member of our Athletics Advisory Board. Tom Murray, a professor in our Dolan School of Business and our NCAA faculty athletic representative. Several colleagues from our senior leadership team who are here today. Wally Hallis, our vice president for advancement. Jen Anderson, our vice president for marketing and communications. And Corey Eunice, our vice president for enrollment. And last but not least, the members of our search committee. Allison Sexton, our senior associate AD for internal affairs. Taylor Leonard, our associate AD for student services. Mike Jarvis, our associate AD for advancement. And Zach Dayton, our deputy director of athletics. And I'd be remiss if I didn't give Zach, he's lurking behind the pole over here. Zach was immense in this process, as he always is, but I just want to give him a special shout out for shepherding an incredible process from A to Z and just being incredible with all the details and the execution. So thank you, Zach. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Okay. Today is really the culmination of a season-long series of inflection points for our women's basketball program. The genesis of those inflections goes back to November with the announcement of Joe Frager's retirement. And it continued through a historic season, culminating with both the MAC regular season and conference championships, an NCAA tournament bid, and a fitting Storybrooke finish to an illustrious 15-year coaching career for Coach Frager here at Fairfield. So, before I proceed with who and what is in front of us, I do think it is important and fitting to take a moment to honor who and what has come before us. And I spoke with Joe, I spoke with Coach Frager last night, and I think you'll all appreciate this. True to his character and his sense of humility, and of course with all due respect being conveyed in that conversation, he chose to spend today with his wife Shirley and wanted this day to be all about Carly. So Coach, if you're watching, or when you are able to watch, please take this to heart from all of us today. You have been a model of integrity and commitment at the helm of Fairfield women's basketball, conducting every aspect of your program in a first-class manner. You always set high expectations for your student athletes as campus citizens and fostered high achievement for them in the classroom. The byproduct of your principled approach has been an incredible string of consistent on-court success, obviously reaching a pinnacle for you this past season, and the development of remarkable young women along the way. We are grateful for your dedication to Fairfield and Stags Athletics, and we wish you all the best in the next phase of your journey. So let's give a quick round of applause for Joe in his absence. Okay, Carly, we're almost there. And so, as one journey ends, another exciting chapter begins. Today we usher in the Carly Thibault-DuDonis era of Fairfield University women's basketball. So, how did we get here? What were we looking for? What criteria and qualities were most important to me and to us? How did Coach Carly stand out? Those questions at the outset of these searches, along the way, and at the conclusion are always the same. And I can answer them most directly and succinctly by telling you the brief tale of an aspiring head coach with the following credentials and attributes. A sterling reputation for high character and a relentless work ethic. An exceptional basketball pedigree and a Hall of Fame learning tree of mentors. The definition of a scholar athlete with a genuine desire to foster the holistic development of young women. A clear common denominator of success at every stop in her journey with the innate ability to make those around her better. A certified basketball junkie, I'm going to say that one more time, Carly. A certified basketball junkie with an impressive basketball IQ who feels most at home with a ball in the gym with her players. A proven elite recruiter at the highest levels, a clear passion for this job and not just a job. An exceptional team player who, along with her husband Blake and their dog RJ, as I mentioned, will be valued members of our department and our campus community. The right combination of authenticity, energy, passion, and grit. And above all else, the gut feeling on the part of one AD, yes, yours truly, that we just got a rock star in the making at this pivotal moment in our history. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please give a hearty Stags welcome to the 6th head coach in the history of Fairfield University women's basketball, Carly Thibault-DuDonis. Get my stuff out of the way.
Got to move this down a little bit. It's a little awkward listening to someone talk about you for a few minutes, but thank you so much, Dr. Nemec, Paul. I'm incredibly honored and humbled to be standing in front of you. I first of all like to congratulate the team from last year for the incredible season that you guys had, and I'd love to give Coach Frager, his staff, and the players another big round of applause for the season that you guys had. So while Coach Frager couldn't be here today, he set the bar incredibly high. He showed me that we can have sustained success here at Fairfield. Proven over and over again that you can recruit incredibly intelligent, talented, and disciplined young women from all over the country and all over the world who can play at an incredibly high level. Between Coach Frager and Coach Nolan, I've got some big shoes to fill. I'd like to thank President Nemec, Paul Schlickman, Zach Dayton, and the rest of the search committee for entrusting me to lead this program. Their level of commitment and passion in women's basketball was obvious in each and every conversation that I had. And I've even heard that President Nemec's going to be front and center at several games this season. I can't wait. I was struck by not only the alignment, but the collaboration between campus and athletics. The sense of community and servant leadership spoke to me at my core, and I knew it was something I wanted to be a part of. I'd like to thank my husband, Blake, my rock, my sounding board, my own personal source of joy, and my much-needed filter. So for those of you who don't know me yet, I can be pretty stubborn, can be a little bit feisty, a little fiery. So I'm forever grateful for his patience and ability to soften my edges. I want to thank my mom, who's here and crying. She'll always be a light in my life. She somehow managed to put up with 4 coaches in the family, which if you don't know our family very well, that can be a bit of a challenge. To my dad and brother who couldn't be here due to the start of the WNBA training camp, thank you for pushing me to be the best version of myself. Thank you for challenging me, for talking the game with me, taking my late night phone calls after watching film, and exemplifying what it means to be a student of the game. I promise I may not always act like I want to hear it, but I actually do listen to their advice. I did tell you guys I'm stubborn. I also want to thank my previous coaches and mentors. Coach Gately, who took a chance on a short, slow guard from East Lyme, Connecticut, which I'll get to more on that later. To Coach JP, who came in my junior year at Monmouth and loved me like I was her own. To Coach Sue, who gave me my first opportunity in coaching and poured into me from day one at Florida State. Thank you to Coach Verdi and Coach Schaefer, who taught me how to coach, how to prepare, how to form habits, and how to win. And finally to Coach Whalen, who I can now refer to as Hall of Famer, who showed me how to lead with love, grace, and compassion. She's one of the best people I've ever had the honor of knowing, and I know she's going to continue to do amazing things in Minnesota. Without the support and guidance from these transformational people, and so many other friends and colleagues, I wouldn't be standing here in front of you today. So quick story. So when I was getting recruited to Monmouth, to play college basketball. I didn't have my pick of offers. I had one Division I offer. I've never been the most talented person in the gym, unless you include, camps and clinics, things like that I was coaching at. And even then, most of the campers were probably taller than me. So maybe not even then. So I can't blame Coach Frager for not recruiting me here. I then went on to Monmouth, who hadn't offered me yet, and I loved it. I got the same gut feeling when I got to campus that I had when I stepped onto Fairfield's campus just a few weeks ago. I knew this is where I was meant to be. A few weeks after my visit, Coach Gately called me and told me she wasn't sure if she had a scholarship for me. I was crushed. I was really crushed. But instead of feeling bad for myself, I dusted myself off, I called her back, and I told her she wouldn't find anyone else to fill that scholarship that would work harder than me, be as invested as I was, or love being in the gym as much as I did with my teammates and on my own. I earned my second scholarship that day. I've lived every day since then with relentless work ethic, love of the game, commitment, and I have a sisterhood with those teammates that stuck together those 4 years. Why do I tell you this? Because a team's identity is a direct reflection of the head coach. Since I was announced as the next head women's basketball coach here, the question I've gotten more than anything else is, what's my vision? While we'll continue to build on the consistent success, my vision is that we'll build a program that is rooted in the same relentless work ethic, a joy for the game and each other, a commitment to the process, and most importantly, in selflessness. Teams that struggle to win struggle to have an identity. And when you leave our beautiful arena and convocation center this winter, you're going to leave saying, that team plays hard, that team plays with so much joy, they play for each other. They're selfless. We'll exemplify selflessness on the court by taking pride in sharing the ball, communicating at a high level, celebrating each other's successes more than our own, and sacrificing for one another on the defensive end through toughness, grit, and discipline. Off the court, we'll be selfless with our time and intentionality to leave an impact on the community. We'll be a team that young girls and boys in the area want to come, not because they love basketball, but because they know and love our players as people. We can't wait to pack out the arena and convocation center and make it the most special home court advantage in the conference. We'll continue to recruit and retain student athletes with these same values: relentless work ethic, passion for the game, commitment to the process, and selflessness. We'll value diversity and inclusivity and foster an environment where individuals can feel safe to be their most authentic self. We'll harness the strength in our differences. We'll bring in women who value the prestigious education that they'll receive at Fairfield, and we'll mirror the servant leadership that the leaders of this university embody. We don't have to be great to serve, but we have to serve to be great, and we will be great. Finally, to the current team, I can't wait to coach you. I can't wait to get in the gym with you here in about 2 hours. I can't wait to know you. I can't wait to learn what makes you tick. Can't wait to be there with you on your bad days, be in your foxhole with you, tell you the hard stuff, celebrate the fun stuff with you, push you to be your best self. I know you didn't come to Fairfield for me, but I came to Fairfield for you guys. I'll give you everything I got. I'm very grateful for this opportunity to come home to arguably one of the greatest women's basketball states in the country, and I'm honored to be your next head coach. Thank you.
Carly, we wish you all the best of luck and cannot wait to see what you're going to bring to the table not too long from now at that beautiful, as you said, new arena and convocation center. So that's going to do it for today's proceedings. Thank you very much for taking your time to join us here as we welcome in our brand new Fairfield women's basketball head coach, Carly Thibault-DuDonis. Enjoy the rest of your day and go Stags.